She said, "It's just dinner with my ex. Stop being so controlling." So I let her go. Then I showed up at the same restaurant with a date. She spent the night crying in the bathroom while her ex paid her tab. Hey viewers, huge thanks to everyone who's already subscribed. We're getting super close to 10,000. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and help us reach that milestone. My girlfriend broke up with her ex again last night. Except this time, it wasn't because she chose me over him. It was because he got tired of being lied to about our relationship while funding her expensive dinners. Let me rewind to Monday when this whole mess started. I'm 30M, work in logistics, make around 90K. Been dating Ashley 27F for about 6 months. She works at a marketing agency, always talking about client relationships and industry networking. Ashley has this ex named Kevin, who she dated for 3 years before me. They broke up about 8 months ago but stayed close friends because they work in related fields and have mutual professional connections. I was okay with it initially. Adults can maintain professional relationships with exes if there are proper boundaries. But Ashley's version of boundaries was basically no boundaries at all. Kevin would text her constantly. They'd have long phone conversations about work projects. He'd invite her to industry events where they'd spend entire evenings together while I stayed home. Every time I brought up how uncomfortable this made me, Ashley would launch into speeches about trust and professional networking. If you can't handle me having male colleagues, maybe you're not secure enough for a serious relationship. Standard manipulation? But it worked for a while because I wanted to be the understanding boyfriend. Monday evening, Ashley mentioned she had dinner plans with Kevin Wednesday night. That new place downtown he wants to check out. Supposed to have great food and it's close to both our offices. Sounds convenient. What time should I be ready? Oh, you're not invited. This is just Kevin and me discussing some potential collaboration opportunities. Red flag number 1. Business dinners don't require intimate restaurant settings. Ashley, I'm not comfortable with you having dinner dates with your ex. They're not dates, they're professional meetings. Kevin has industry connections that could benefit my career. At a romantic restaurant on Wednesday night? It's just dinner, Mike. Stop being so controlling. There it was, the magic word designed to shut down any objection to her spending intimate evenings with her ex. I'm not being controlling. I'm being a boyfriend who doesn't want his girlfriend going on dinner dates with her ex. Well, I'm going anyway. I won't let your insecurities damage my professional relationships. That night, I decided if Ashley wanted to have dinner with Kevin so badly, I wouldn't stop her. But I also wasn't going to sit home like an idiot while she did it. Tuesday afternoon, I called Rachel, a woman I dated briefly before Ashley and I became exclusive. We'd stayed friendly, exchanging occasional texts about work or shared interests. Hey Rachel, I know this is short notice, but are you free tomorrow evening? There's this place downtown I've been wanting to try. Sure, that sounds nice. Casual dinner, or are we calling this a date? Let's call it dinner and see how it goes. Fair enough, text me the details. Rachel works in finance, drives a nice car, always looks put together. Exactly the kind of woman who would complicate Ashley's evening if we happened to cross paths. Wednesday morning, Ashley spent extra time getting ready for her business meeting with Kevin. Professional blazer over a low-cut top, expensive perfume, hair and makeup that took over an hour. Have fun at your work dinner, I said as she was leaving. It's not a work dinner, it's a networking opportunity. Right. Professional collaboration at a romantic restaurant. Very businesslike. Mike, don't start this again. I'm not starting anything. Have a productive meeting. She left around 6:30. I picked up Rachel at 7. So what's the real story here? Rachel asked as we drove downtown. This feels like more than just wanting to try a new restaurant. My girlfriend is having dinner with her ex tonight, claims it's professional networking. And now you're demonstrating that you can network too? Something like that. I'm fine being your networking partner as long as the food is good. I appreciated Rachel's directness. The restaurant was busier than I expected for a Wednesday night. Professional crowd, business casual atmosphere, the kind of place that could legitimately host work dinners. We got seated around 7:45. I started casually scanning the dining room while pretending to study the menu. Spotted them about 10 minutes later. Ashley and Kevin at a corner table, leaning in close over their menus. She was laughing at whatever he was saying, occasionally touching his arm during conversation. Very professional networking behavior. "Is that them?" Rachel asked, following my gaze discreetly. Corner table by the window. They look comfortable together. 6 months of professional collaboration after a 3-year relationship. Very platonic. Rachel observed them briefly. "Want to make this interesting? What do you have in mind? Let's show them what actual dinner between friends looks like." Update 1. The encounter. Rachel and I ordered drinks and started having genuine conversation. Nothing forced or performative, just two people catching up over dinner. Rachel is naturally engaging and funny. Easy to talk with, easy to look interested in her stories. We discussed work, travel, books we'd been reading. About 30 minutes into dinner, Ashley glanced around the restaurant and spotted us. I watched her expression change from casual dining mood to confusion to something approaching panic. She leaned over to say something to Kevin, who turned to look in our direction. "She sees us," I told Rachel. "How's she handling it?" "Not well. She looks like she wants to come over, but doesn't know what excuse to use." "Perfect. Let's just enjoy our dinner." We continued our conversation while Ashley kept stealing glances at our table. Each time she looked more agitated, while Kevin seemed focused on whatever business topic they were supposedly discussing. Around 8:30, Ashley excused herself from her table. I watched her walk toward the restroom area, phone already in her hand. 3 minutes later, my phone buzzed. "Why are you here?" I showed Rachel the message. "Should I respond?" "Keep it simple and honest," I replied. "Having dinner. Food's excellent here." "With who?" "Rachel. You remember her." "This is inappropriate." "Why? You said dinner with friends is normal. That's what we're doing." "That's completely different." "How is it different?" No immediate response. When Ashley returned to her table, her eyes were slightly red. She sat down with Kevin but kept glancing over at us throughout the rest of their meal. Kevin seemed to notice her distraction and started looking uncomfortable with whatever conversation they were having. Around 9:15, Kevin signaled for the check. Ashley gathered her purse while avoiding eye contact with our table. As they walked past us toward the exit, Ashley stopped. "Mike, we need to talk." "About what?" "About this situation." "What situation?" "I'm having dinner with a friend." "Same as you." "This is different, and you know it." "How is it different?" "Because you're doing this to make a point." "I'm doing this because I wanted to try this restaurant and Rachel was available to join me." Kevin was standing behind Ashley, looking puzzled and ready to leave. "Ashley, everything okay?" he asked. "Yeah, just ran into someone from work. Let's go." They left without Ashley saying anything else. "That was more dramatic than expected," Rachel said. "More dramatic than I wanted, honestly." "What happens now?" "Now we finish dinner and I take you home." "And tomorrow?" "Tomorrow I deal with whatever story Ashley comes up with." Update 2. The unraveling. I didn't hear from Ashley Wednesday night, which suggested she was either too angry to text or busy doing damage control. Thursday morning around 11, my phone started buzzing. "We need to talk about last night." "What about it?" "You know exactly what about it. Showing up at my dinner with Kevin." "I didn't show up at your dinner. I had my own dinner at the same restaurant." "Don't play dumb. You followed me there." "Ashley, I made my reservation Tuesday afternoon. You can call the restaurant and check." This was true. After our Monday argument, I'd called Tuesday to book a table, figuring there was a good chance Ashley would choose that specific restaurant since it was new and getting buzz. "Why didn't you tell me you'd be there?" "Why would I? You made it clear this was your professional networking time with Kevin. I didn't want to interfere with your business meeting." "Mike, stop being sarcastic. Kevin was really confused about why you were there." "What did you tell him about us?" Long pause. "Ashley, what exactly have you told Kevin about our relationship?" "I told him we're seeing each other, but it's not exclusive yet." There it was. Ashley had been presenting herself as basically single to Kevin while calling me controlling for not trusting their dinner dates. "So you've been lying to him about us being together for 6 months." I wasn't lying. I was just keeping things simple. Simple for who? Kevin still has feelings for me. If he knew I was in a committed relationship, he might not be interested in collaborating professionally. So you're stringing him along while lying to me about why. I'm not stringing him along. I'm just not closing off opportunities by pretending to be available. Mike, you don't understand how complicated professional networking can be in this industry. I understand that you're using your ex's feelings to get business advantages while lying to your actual boyfriend about it. That's not fair. What's not fair is you calling me controlling for objecting to dinner dates with someone who thinks you're single. Kevin doesn't think I'm single, he just thinks we're not serious yet. After 6 months, what's he waiting for, an engagement announcement? Silence. Ashley, this is messed up. You've been playing both of us. I made some mistakes in how I handled the communication, but seeing you with Rachel really hurt. Good. Now you know how I felt watching you flirt with Kevin at dinner. I wasn't flirting. You had your hand on his arm, you were leaning into him. You were acting like you were available, which you told him you were. I was just being friendly. You were being misleading, to both of us. What do you want me to do about it now? Nothing. We're done. Mike, don't do this. I can fix this situation. Nothing to fix. You showed me who you are over the past 6 months. I believe you. Please don't end things over this. I'll tell Kevin the truth about us. Too late. You had 6 months to be honest. Instead, you chose to lie to both of us while calling me insecure for having boundaries. I hung up and blocked her number. Final update. 6 weeks later. The fallout from Ashley's deception played out predictably. When she finally told Kevin the truth about our relationship, he felt manipulated and used. Apparently, he'd been investing time and money in these dinners, thinking he had a realistic chance to reconcile with her. He ended their professional collaboration immediately. No more industry connections, no more business opportunities, no more expensive dinners. Ashley tried reaching out through mutual friends for the first few weeks. Same story every time. She'd made communication mistakes but learned from them. She was ready to be completely honest now. She wanted another chance. Too little, too late. Her networking strategy backfired professionally as well. When Kevin mentioned to a few mutual contacts that Ashley had misrepresented her relationship status during their business discussions, it raised questions about her trustworthiness in professional settings. Rachel and I started dating again, officially. Turns out spending time with someone who doesn't manipulate their ex for career advancement is refreshing. Ashley's friends initially tried guilt trips about me being unforgiving and vindictive. When I explained that she'd been lying to both Kevin and me while using his feelings for professional gain, they stopped defending her behavior. Last update I got was that Ashley was still single and had lost the professional opportunities she'd been cultivating through Kevin's network. Turns out business relationships work better when they're based on honesty instead of romantic manipulation. The revenge wasn't elaborate or dramatic. It was just being honest about my own situation while she was being dishonest about hers. Ashley wanted to maintain her ex's romantic interest for professional benefits while keeping me around for relationship stability. She thought she could manage both by lying to everyone involved. Instead, she learned that deception has consequences, especially when the people you're deceiving end up in the same restaurant. The dinner at the restaurant forced Ashley to confront the reality that her boyfriend wasn't going to stay home while she pursued professional advantages through romantic deception. More importantly, it reminded me what healthy relationships look like. Straightforward communication instead of manipulation and lies. Ashley called me controlling for not wanting her to have business dinners with her ex. But I wasn't trying to control her choices. I was just making it clear that dishonest choices have consequences. She chose to mislead Kevin about being available. She chose to lie to me about the nature of their relationship. She chose to prioritize career networking over relationship honesty. Those choices cost her both the professional opportunities and the personal relationship she was trying to protect through deception. Perfect example of what happens when you try to manipulate multiple people simultaneously. Eventually, the truth surfaces, and nobody wants to be manipulated. The restaurant dinner was just the moment when her lies became visible to everyone at the same time. Rachel and I had an honest meal while Ashley realized that her deception strategy had an expiration date. Kevin paid her dinner tab that night, but it was the last time he'd be funding professional networking with someone who'd been lying about her availability for months. Sometimes the best response to manipulation is just living honestly while the manipulator deals with the consequences of their choices. Ashley learned that secure men don't try to control their girlfriend's professional relationships. They just make their own relationship choices based on honesty and let the truth handle the rest.